because why not? I actually have realized pretty recently, why do I feel like I need to buy the books like right away, even though I don't have any interest in reading them at the moment. And I realized that a lot of the books, because I buy Czech books, they go out of print, out of, sale a lot, and then I can't buy them anymore. This is the case for a lot of classics. I wanted to buy like Haruki Murakami's books. All of them, most of them are out of print except like the few newer ones. And even like old like used bookshops don't have them. Like they're literally sold out. And this is the case for even like bestsellers. I wanted to look if they still have Dark Matter, because that's the book that I wanted to read for the May book club. I was just like browsing it randomly, and they didn't have it anymore. I do have the book. I got it as a present, as a gift back in like 2018 or something, so I'm good. But I just think it's odd. Like, why do publishers do this? Like, they print out a few books, and that even if technically people would buy more books, they will just not do a reprint. I think it's because they're kind of afraid of losing money, right? So they only print out like a few books. It makes sense, but it's really annoying. So then I end up with like a huge bookshelf with books that I haven't read yet, and I buy more books because I'm afraid they will go out of sale, so out of print. Well, okay, let's begin. I do have a few books. I'll split this video into like 2 parts, because part 1 is just like books with Grishaverse, and then the second part is like everything else. So if you're not interested about the Grishaverse at all, you can skip ahead. I do have some other books. Okay, let's just begin with the first book. So, the first book, as I said, is from Grishaverse, and I have read the first 3 books: Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. And then I haven't read The Six of Crows yet. I started reading it, and then I realized that, I don't know, I was just not into it that much. But that was a long time ago, and I feel like I'm ready to read it now. And basically, the TV series came out. I have finished it now. And the publishers, or like the publisher of this book, they did like a huge sale for a weekend where it was like 30% off. And I was like, if I'm not gonna buy the books from the Grishaverse now, I'm not gonna buy them ever. So this is the first book, and this is called The Language of Thorns, I believe. Yeah, The Language of Thorns, Midnight Tales and Dangerous Magic by Lee Berdugo. So to my understanding, this is like a short story collection, almost like a fairy tale collection from that universe. And I'll probably save it to the last, like once I finish all the books that are out from the Grisha universe, I'll probably get to this book. So yeah, let me take the sleeve off. Careful. Look how pretty the book is. I can't tap on it. I don't have any nails. I had to cut them off, so I can't really tap that well. just spoil myself like throughout the book because I Google stuff. Like I Google what's gonna happen. I know that I need to stop this because it ruins like the whole experience, and I feel like awful doing it. So this is The King of Cars by Lee Bardugo. Okay, I feel like there will be a lot of cuts in this video because the neighbor's dog isn't inside yet. It's just going around and barking at whatever. So this just comes with filming in the middle of the day. Yeah, it is what it is. So let's move on. I hope that it will not bother you too much. So the third book that I got, I actually wasn't planning on getting it at all because I do have the English version. I said it in my lo-fi tour, and then I saw that it was 40% off, and I was just like, I need to buy it. I don't know. So I got the Czech version of Crooked Kingdom. This one is huge. Like, look how huge it is compared to my head. Like, this is insane. I feel like this publisher kind of sticks to like the original size of American hardbacks, because the American books, they're huge as well, and they take up like so much space. Czech hardbacks don't do that, but it's okay. I mean, it's just sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out like where, you know, I can put these books, but it's okay. So it has like these red pages, and I love when books have colored pages. It just makes it look so much better, so much cleaner as well. Yeah, I keep getting interrupted today. Okay, let me take off the sleeve as well. Oh, it's just plain red. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment. Whatever, doesn't matter. The crow looks beautiful enough. It looks so cool. You can kind of see like the city, and then it goes on to like the crow. I don't know, it's just really pretty. I can't find the right words. That's because I keep getting interrupted today, and I just, you know, I'm kind of out of balance a little bit. Okay, those are the books. Those were the books by Lee Bardugo. I only got 3. I didn't get Shadow and Bone because I have read it already as an ebook, and I don't really feel like I need to buy the physical copy, to be honest. So yeah, let's move on. So the next book that I have is this book by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. To be fair, this is like the English. No, this is not English. This is like the Czech pronunciation of Japanese. So it might be very different in English, but to be honest, I'm just gonna put like the author's name on the screen because it doesn't say here either. It's okay. So this book is called in English Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and I think I saw this in like a YouTube video, and oh my god, it sounds super interesting. So the premise of this book is that there is a coffee shop or a cafe in Tokyo, pretty much basically, I think in Japan, I guess. And if you go in the cafe and you sit at this one special seat, you can meet somebody from your past and you can talk to them. I feel like the dog is just not gonna go away, so I'm gonna keep making sounds because I really need to film this video. So there's a bunch of different rules. It works kind of like a time travel, so that it cannot change anything. Like there's like this rule that you cannot change anything. Like you cannot learn any new information that are gonna change the present. You can talk to them only before the coffee gets cold, and you can only talk to them when you drink the coffee, like until you finish the coffee. And if you don't talk to them, you will turn into like a ghost, I believe. So you only get like a couple in the mood to read sad books. I read a lot of fantasy actually. I'll talk about this a bit more, but basically, this is random, but I just discovered, I think, like my favorite author of fantasy, which is like Brandon Sanderson, and I want to read all of his books. But sometimes when the only thing you read is high fantasy, you can actually get into like a bit of a reading slump because it's really heavy all the time, you know, there's a lot of world building. And I say this as somebody who absolutely adores fantasy. Like, I love high fantasies, adult fantasy, stuff like that, that have that complex world building, but sometimes it can get a bit like too much, you know. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. We'll see how it goes. And I also got the second book in the series. I believe that the English title is Before the Truth Comes Out. Oh, I forgot to say, like, each book has like 4 different stories of people who went into this cafe. One of the rules is also that the person had to be in the cafe as well before. It's just very complex. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know exactly. But there's 4 books in the 4 stories in the first book, and there's also 4 different stories in the second book. So I'm really excited to read this. Let's do some page turning as well. This book has like those like recycled papers, which I do appreciate. I'm actually not a fan of like the typical really white paper that you see in a lot of books. I actually prefer like the recycled paper. If this is recycled, actually, wait a minute, I don't even know, I think it is. It's not like a toilet paper or anything, but it has like a bit of a different texture. And it's a bit darker. Now I don't know, I don't want to like, you know, tell you nonsense. But it has like this, you know, like specific smell of recycled paper too. I don't know. This video is a mess. Yeah, it's okay. So that's the second book. I don't know if it's a series. I don't know if it's a duology. Because when I looked at Goodreads, there were only 2 books. So I don't know. Okay. Then I got another book, and this book, oh my god, wait a minute, there's still like some paper on it. So this is made by this publisher who mainly publish like classics, but also like really interesting literature from all around the world. And this publisher is known that once they sell out a book, bye-bye, you're not gonna see them ever again. And they do have like, they don't have a lot of, you know, like actual copies. So when I saw this book, I was just like, I need to get it right now. So this is in English, Human Acts. In Czech, it's Kde kvete tráva by Han Kang. So this book is about the massacre of civilians in Gwangju. There's only Czech pronunciation, and now I'm confused. Gwangju. Oh my god. I told you that this video is a mess. I think it's Gwangju. I think the dog is just not gonna let me film today. God. I keep getting like slightly angry. I'm usually like a calm person, but if you mess with my filming, we are at war. Okay, so the massacre happened in 27th of May in 1980, and that's pretty much all I know. This book, actually, I think they already have put it on a sale, which means that they only have a few copies left, so I had to buy it. But I bought it for like $1. That's insane. Like, I had to buy it, obviously. When did this book was even translated? once they go on sale, it's over. So I'm really glad that I secured my copy. And I'm really excited to read it. Okay, it has like these flower petals on the front cover. What is interesting is that in English it's like human X. In Czech it's more like where grass blooms. So yeah, I feel like I need to move on quickly because the dog is just it always goes inside and I'm like, yay, I can film now, and in like the next 2 minutes it's back out. It's just, so this is not really a book, but I'll just throw this in here. I got the Sudoku. I actually love solving Sudoku. Whenever I was like with my parents on like a vacation at the beach or somewhere, I would always solve Sudoku so I wouldn't get bored. And then I kind of stopped. So I'm excited to like solve some Sudoku again with this like tiny book. It's literally just like Sudoku inside. And it looks a bit more fancy than just printing out like a random Sudoku from the internet, you know. It has a cool bird on it. I actually really want to make a video like solving Sudoku and maybe do like unintelligible whispering. I feel like that would be kind of cool. I don't do usually unintelligible whispers at all. I did a video like that right when I started my channel, and I didn't have Blue Yeti, I only had my phone, and you couldn't hear anything, so I haven't done that since then. Maybe I should. So yeah, just a bunch of Sudoku in a tiny book. Okay, and then the last book that I got, well, books. I wasn't planning on getting this at all. I actually wanted to buy these books years and years ago because I felt like, you know, I was ready to read them. And guess what? They were out of print. And now they went back on sale. And it is the Percy Jackson series. I am super late to the whole Percy Jackson craziness. I feel like these books were popular more like at the same time, kind of, when I was reading Harry Potter, and for some reason I couldn't get them at the time. And when I wanted to read them again around the age of like 14, couldn't get them. And now I'm almost 25 and I finally have them. So now I can finally read them. Yeah, I'm super late to the whole craziness, but it's okay, you know. I feel like I will enjoy it a lot, even though it's technically middle grade. You know, sometimes you just need something light and easy to read, and I believe these books will be perfect for that, so I'm really excited to read it. Okay, so that's it for this video. I feel like I wanted to make this video longer, but I couldn't because of the dog interrupting me, which is okay. I'm filming at like a different time today, so I can't really complain. Yeah, it is what it is. I hope you still enjoyed it. I actually am planning on buying more books by Brandon Sanderson. I kind of said it before. I really like his work, his writing style, his way of world building, his way of making plot points, plot twists. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I don't know. I actually thought about waiting until I will buy those books, and then I was just like, no, I'll just wait a little bit before buying more books. The thing is, the books are older and they, you know, were translated like years ago, and you know what happens with those books? They will be soon gone forever, so